Nikolai Puchlov here with Pro Kettlebell with some pro tips on how to prevent tearing your calluses and to deal with those calluses or torn calluses if they do occur. So my number one tip is to learn how to transition the kettlebell cleanly from this false grip to the hook grip with as little friction as possible. So in a clean or a snatch, that means transitioning from this hook grip and then letting go and then opening your hand up and spearing that hand through the window without rubbing those calluses. It's friction that's going to cause the raising of those calluses, and it's friction that's going to tear them off and cause them to bleed, which you don't want. The second tip is going to be to relax your grip. You don't need to use this crush grip all the time. This crush grip, when you've got the bell moving in your hand, it's going to burn up the hands. It's going to cause a lot of friction, and that's going to cause those calluses to raise up and then eventually tear off. All right, so we want to avoid that as much as possible. Number three, if you've got one of these kettlebells or one like it, make sure you take that clear coat off the handle. While that clear coat is good for preventing the rust when it's in transit, like coming from overseas to wherever you live, it's not really good for kettlebell workouts. It's very sticky. This varnish is very sticky on the hands. It doesn't hold chalk, and it's just not the best surface to be doing your kettlebell work with. It tends to grab those calluses and wants to tear them off, and it gets really hot. It has it's almost like slick tires on a racetrack. It really wants to grab those hands and pull that skin away. So take off the varnish. Citrus Strip is a great product that takes it off. It's non-toxic. You brush it on, let it sit for like 15 minutes or so, and then you wipe it off. And then you can just rinse the excess off. You just have to be careful to tape off the handles so you don't take off the paint along with the varnish. Number four. I'm not sponsored by these guys in any way, but some sandpaper, and this particular product is called Calicure. But if you start to get raised calluses here, then you can go ahead and you can take this guy and you can file them down and get them nice and flat, and then they're less likely to grab. All right, so just keep those calluses down so that they can't grab onto that handle. And then this is the nuclear option. All right, the nuclear option. If you have one that's getting ready to tear or it's already torn, you can use super glue. This is just some cheap super glue I got at the hardware store. You can cover those calluses with super glue, and that will go ahead and strengthen that skin enough so that it won't go, if it's getting ready to tear, it can protect it and prevent it from tearing. Or if you have a torn callus and maybe it's a day or two before a competition and you're like, how am I gonna go snatch or do my long cycle with this torn callus? Well, you can go ahead and brush on some of this. Now, I'm not a doctor. It's probably not the best for your health, okay, your endocrine system, but it has gotten me through a competition or two in a pinch, all right? I think actually super glue was designed by the military to seal up cuts. I could be wrong on that, but it's a similar product to that new skin, but this is industrial strength. But it's the nuclear option. All right, so those are my tips as far as callus care. I hope this is helpful for you. If it is helpful, please hit that subscribe button and like. It really helps us out. All right, thanks a lot. Take care. Take care of those hands.